Hello everybody, I'm a different collector, and welcome to another video of the One Piece card game. Today, we're going to be looking at a bunch of new cards that were announced over the weekend. I do apologize that I didn't make a new video. I was kind of just taking a break. I was, kind of exhausted just from making videos, and a few other things that was just going on. But a lot of videos were shown, not videos, a lot of cards, I apologize, were shown both yesterday, which was 8/14 at the time of recording this, 2023 of course, and over just the weekend there was a lot of cards. So we have like pretty much most of the set shown, but I might be splitting up into 3 videos because even today I'm going to be going through all the red and green cards that were shown. I already have 24 cards to go through, so tomorrow I'll have blue and purple, and Thursday will be yellow and black. So let's hop right into it. First off, we have a stage card. We have Revolutionary Army General Headquarters, which is a red stage with a cost of 1. Under Revolutionary Army type, activate main, you may trash 1 card from your hand and rest the stage. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 Revolutionary type card, add it to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. Really nice card. I would like to mention that I did get all these images and the translations from the One Piece card game Discord, which I'll leave an invite to in the description of this video and the next 2 videos to come. Just so y'all can check out yourself, because I did just directly steal that. They do trade their translators here. I apologize, I did not screenshot it correctly to include the translators in the time of making this. It was an afterthought I didn't really think of at the time of making it. I do again apologize. But yes, really good card. This being just a searcher as a stage is infinitely powerful. You do trash a card, but I think just for the cost 1 and you're only revealing 3, I guess it kind of balances out. Maybe it's a bit too much of a cost than the reward you might get, because you might even like fluke the search. You might just be trashing a card for no reason. You don't really know though. But yes, this looks really good. I am excited to see how not how, but excited to see if this will be played in Revolutionary Army deck. I think it probably will be, just given it is a just generally good searcher. Next up, we have Lindbergh, a red card that costs a 4, power 5,000, counter of 1,000. When attacking, if this character has 7,000 power or more, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 3,000 power or less. Alright, I found the trigger. The trigger says you may discard a card. If your leader is multicolored, play this card. So yes, very cool how this will be playing off of how both like all the Revolutionary Army leaders, being Sabo and Belabedi, are both multicolored. This would be very good card to play. Next up, we have Inazuma, a red card here that costs of 3, power 4,000, counter of 1,000. If a character you control other than this character has a power of 7,000 or more, this character gains rush. And it being a 3 cost 4,000 really doesn't make this entirely too good, I wouldn't think, just because you would have to give it Don, even if it does have rush. Just the fact that you have to give it Don still does kind of make it a high cost thing just to have a 5,000 beater. You'd be basically at least 4 Don for 5,000. When in any case, I guess it isn't searchable, but you could just be playing Rush Zoro in its stead, though I might be wrong on this. Feel free to prove me wrong. Next up, we have Karasu, a red card that costs a 4, power 5,000, counter of 1,000. On play, if your leader's type is Revolutionary Army, give up to one of your opponent's leaders or characters minus 1,000 power during this turn. That alone is very powerful. Then, when attacking, if this character has 7,000 power or more, give up to one of your opponent's leader or characters minus 1,000 power during this turn. That is also extremely powerful, considering Belabedi, just one of her effect, can make Karasu here a 4 cost 8,000 power. Obviously doesn't have rush, so that's something you have to worry about. It'll be the next turn he's played. But I think this is very good. Not only on play are you giving a minus 1,000 power, that's like a mini Otama, but when attacking you're also getting another 1,000. So if you're 8k attacking into a 7k, they have to dedicate 3 Don to defending, which is extremely powerful. So yeah, I think this is going to be a very powerful card. I think this will be played a lot. I would expect this to be played at maybe 3, 2, or 4. I wouldn't say 1, but definitely 2 or 4. I could see this very well being played at. Next up, we have Morley, a red card with a cost of 3, power 5,000. When attacking, if this character has 7,000 power or more, your opponent cannot activate blockers during this battle. Trigger, you may trash 1 card. If your leader is multicolored, play this card. I think this is really good. I think it being just a 3-cost 5k, which is basically what like a lot of your vanilla is going to be, plus a ability of being able just to attack and not have to worry about blockers, with a leader like Bella Betty, which is be boosting this by 3k by trashing a card. This would be very powerful. You'll have an 8k attacker that can't be blocked. Your opponent has to dedicate Don, and there's no 8k leaders just yet, so if it's not exactly Luffy or Whitebeard that have 6k power, they have to dedicate like 4 Don just to stopping him on your next turn, or they have to try to kill him, let alone if the fact that he probably won't be rested. So they have to dedicate like a event card in their hand, or and maybe play a card that can attack active characters like Frankie. But yeah, this could be a very, very powerful card. Yeah, very good. Next up, we have Emporio Tension Hormone, a red event card with a cost of 3 and effective counter up to one of your leader or characters gains plus 3,000 power during this battle. Then play up to one character with the revolutionary type with 5,000 power or less from your hand. Trigger, play up to one character card with a revolutionary type with 5,000 power less from your hand. Really, this is really good. The fact that you can give a plus 3,000 off of 3 Don, and then play, let's say, Morley, or you can even play Karasu because that has 5,000 power or less, is extremely powerful. You can also play Lindbergh from earlier. Yeah, for 3 Don, you get a plus 3,000. That turns 3 Don into 3 Don. So 3 Don with the power. Let me specify. And you're getting an extra 3 or maybe 4 Don just by playing a card that has revolutionary type. That is extremely powerful, and I really, really do enjoy that. I think this card will be very popular. Make sure to look up this one when you go to deck testing. Alright, next up we have a red event card with a cost of 2, named Fire Fist. Effective, main, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 4,000 power during this turn. Then if your life has 2 cards or less, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 0 or less power. Trigger, activate this card's main effect. This looks really, really good. I think this is really good. I think with cards like Otama and like Karasu lowering your opponent's attack a lot, this utilized in the right way. Also, by the way, the fact that this gives minus 4,000 power is just insane. So I definitely think the removal effect of this will be used a lot too. Considering it's only 2 Don as well, will be really, really powerful. Next up, we have Bunny Joe, a 2-cost, 2,000 power, 1k counter blocker. Nothing too special about him here. Then we have Hack, just a vanilla card with a cost of 3, power 5,000, counter 1,000. Pretty, just a good versatile card. Though I would think Morley might be played over this. Maybe for the fact that this has a counter power though, could be a very different option for it. We have Pell, which is going to be supporting Vivi from the last set. A red card that costs a 3, power 4,000, counter 1,000. Effective, Don times 1 says 1 Don card under it. When attacking, give up to one of your opponent's characters power minus 2,000 for this turn. Really good. I mean, I think that's really powerful. I mean, under attacker, he is 3 cost 4k, but he'll have 1 Dom, so you have 5k. He can attack into basically any 7k or lower, and have a chance of killing it. Really good, yeah. Then we have 4,000 Brick Fist, a red event card here, the cost of 2. Effective main. During this turn, up to one of your leader or characters gains plus 2,000 power. Then K up to one of your opponent's characters with 2,000 power or less. Trigger, up to one of your leader characters gains plus 2,000 power during this turn. Really good. This will turn like your Bella Betty into a 6k attacker itself, or your Sabo, or just any other characters, which will be very powerful as well. Yeah, I mean, this would be really good. When I was talking about the leader getting 6k, I was referring to the trigger effect. I apologize. But yeah, I think this would be very good. I think this card is gonna be great. Yeah, I think this has a lot of potential. Next up, we have Chaka here, a red character with a cost of 5, power of 6,000, counter 1,000. Don times 1 with 1 Don card equipped. Activate main once per turn. Give up to 2 rested Don cards to your leader or one of your characters. Pretty nice. I think that's really powerful. I don't think you would be giving your Don to Vivi as a leader. She can't attack, but I guess a lot of the effects for VV do work off of subtracting power from her, so that could work out pretty well. Okay, that's all the red cards. Now we're going on to the green cards. First off, we have an event card here with the cost of 5, Birdcage. If your leader is Don Quixote DOFLAMINGO, all characters at cost of 5 or less will not become active during both players' refresh phase. That's really insane, actually. I think that card, that's actually crazy. So if you rest it, they won't become active. That is, wow. That's so weird. End of your turn, if you have 10 Don on your field, KO all rested characters at cost of 5 or less, then trash this stage. That is crazy. That is actually insane. I think this card would be very powerful. I think this is something you maybe have to worry about. Yeah. Next up, we have Virgo here. A green card at cost of 3, power of 4,000, counter of 1,000. Don times 1 when attacking. KO up to one of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 3 or less. Pretty decent. Just like a average, a good effect. So Don Quixote DOFLAMINGO, a green card at the cost of 1, power of 2,000 power, counter of 1,000. Activate main. You may place this character in your trash. KO up to one of your opponent's rested characters at the cost of 2 or less. Pretty decent. Oh, there we go. Next up, we have Queuing, a green card at the cost of 2, power of 2,000, counter of 1,000. It's a blocker. Pretty decent card. You'll very what is it? Very versatile. There you go. I'll just say that because I can't think of the word I was thinking of. Next up, we have whoever wins this war becomes Justice, a green event with a cost of 0. Counter, you may trash 1 card from your hand. Your leader or one of your characters gets plus 3,000 power during this battle. Really decent. I think that's very powerful. A trigger of rest an opponent's character at the cost of 4 or less is also very powerful. Next up, we have Gladius, a green card with a cost of 5, power of 6,000, counter 1,000. Activate main, you may rest this character. Rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 or less. That's also very good. I think it's a pretty decent card. We have Beta Beton Meteora, a green event card with a cost of 2. Counter, up to one of your leader or characters gains plus 4,000 power during this battle. Then KO up to one of your opponent's rested characters at a cost of 3 or less. That is insane. I think just a cost of 2, then getting a plus 4,000 power and KOing with a cost of 3 or less is pretty crazy. Then trigger, KO up to one of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 5 or less. That is also really crazy, considering what Birdcage does, not letting you letting a character your opponent or you take any of your characters back as active. Getting a rested character would be very easy. Next up, we have Charleston here, a green event card with a cost of 2. Counter, up to one of your leader or characters gains plus 4,000 power during this battle. Again, really powerful. Then you may discard a card, and if you did, set up to 3 of your Don as active. That's also really crazy. Trigger, rest up to one of your opponent's character or leaders with a cost of 3 or less. Okay, sorry. It's a leader or a character with a cost of 3 or less. Sorry, my words got ahead of my brain there, and I misread things. I do apologize if I sound kind of weird. I have been sick today, so I'm trying to just get through this as I can, and just hopefully get this video out for you guys, because I really want this information just to be on the videos and all that, and trying to get things done. Next up, we have Don Quixote Roshinate. Let me go back. This card is actually crazy. This is really insane. You can discard and get 3 Don as active. That also leaves room for your lighter counters, and plus 4,000 off of a 2 Don counter alone is still really good. Yeah, Don Quixote Roshinate, a green character with a cost of 2, power of 1,000, counter 1,000. Blocker. On your opponent's turn, if one of your other rested characters would be KO'd, you may instead trash this character. That's pretty nice. Other rested character, that insinuates that this character also has to be rested. So I guess if you successfully block something and he's just rested, not killed, and he goes to attack something else, you could just kill this instead. That's a free block. That's pretty nice. 2 blocks off of 1 card if you decide to use counter to protect this card. It's pretty decent, I guess. Unless I'm misunderstanding what this is. Yeah, I think it's a pretty decent card, I guess. Next up, we have Trafalgar Law, a green character with the cost of 1, power of 2,000, counter of 1,000. Activate main. You may trash this character. Rest up to one of your opponent's characters at a cost of 3 or less. It's pretty nice. I think it's a very funny card considering what the art is and the fact he trashes himself as his effect. Just to rest a character to even KO it. That's kind of funny. And we have Sarkey here, which is one of oh god, what's his name? Bellamy's allies. Yeah, this is with Bellamy's friend, I think. A green character, the cost of 4 power, 4,000, counter 1,000. Don times 1, takes 1 time card equipped. When attacking, once per turn, you may rest one of your characters that has cost 3 or more. And then set this character as active. That's pretty decent. He'll have 5k powder. It's a 4k cost still. That kind of sucks. But I think it's pretty decent. You get 2 attacks off of it, and you're just resting another character. And then if you just have like a 1 cost character in your field, oh, like Roshinate, you play Roshinate, play him, give him a Don, attack. When attacking, you rest Roshinate, and you can attack again. And on their turn, they go to attack something. You can activate Roshinate's effect to block it, even if it's arrested. I get it now. Okay, that's pretty powerful. I like that. Next up, we have Baby 5. I believe this is the last card we'll be looking at today. A green card with a cost of 1 power of 1,000, counter 1,000. Activate main. You may rest 1 Don. You may rest this card, then play up to 1 Don Quixote Pirates character with the cost of 2 less from your hand, which there are a few. Like Roshinate, you have, I don't think the law is considered Roshinate Pirates. I doubt he would be. Let me go check. He is part of the Don Quixote Pirates, so yeah, I was wrong. It happens. But yeah, that's a pretty nice card. I think this has a lot of utilization. I think it'd be really good. And that is it. I just left this as a marker for I know when the slideshow to end. Yeah, that's on Google Slides. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to have. I have a lot of other videos about card game, opening card game. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.